back together. And
Now that's got a little blower, so it blows air down here.
yes,
That's what this hose is
that's
for.
what the hose is.
Yeah,
yes.
that's something you don't see on many machines anymore.
Yeah. But it's a good old saw, cast iron table, cast iron base. It has oil in there, so you want to be careful you don't tilt it when you go to move it.
Mm-hmm.
This is filled with oil. Not filled, but it has oil in it that lubricates the mechanism down below when the saw is running. And it has a 24-inch throat. You can see it's a long throat.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Pretty nice.
Yeah, it is. All right. Well, these are both, I think, quarter-horse motors. This one I have hooked up, and
You've had that one for 50 years.
Yeah. Well, I had a little table here, and apparently Steve took it home with him. I had a little table that I used with this.
Oh, the rest?
Yeah, the rest is gone. So I take it Steve must have taken that down home.
Is this it?
What? Yes, that's it. Okay, all right.
Okay.
This fits on there.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
And it's can't go back enough to hit the sandpaper, but it's close, which is good.
Uh-huh.
And steel brush on the other side. I have it switched here, so well, it isn't plugged in now, but that's all right. The little radio is run by batteries and isn't very good.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's still running or not. Yes, it is. All right. Okay. Next is the bandsaw. And it's a Jet, and it's a good bandsaw, and it works real well, and I've kept it up. And there are some extra blades up there, Olson blades. I don't know if there are any, if they're just parts of blades, or if there's a new blade or so in there, there may be. There's one on there that's good. And this, I think, will go up the stairs as it is, probably. I don't think you'll have to take it off the base to move it upstairs, but you ought to get all the sawdust off it first.
Well, it probably lifts out of the. Oh, it's
No,
it's bolted. It's bolted.
Oh, it's
Okay.
bolted to
Yeah,
it.
I see now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think you have to take it off the table, though. I think it'll go upstairs as is.
Yeah.
Now, this is a planer, and it's a 12-inch planer, and right after I bought this, they came out with a 12 1/4-inch planer, which I couldn't see was any better. And this one does a good job, and the blades are now sharp. When Roger Fryatt, right before he moved, he came over and we reversed the blades in this. One side had been used and the other side had not. And there are also another set of 12-inch blades hanging over there on the wall for this planer. So it will do real well for a while. All right, it's mounted to a base, and I assume it'll go up the stairs without taking it off. I think it's not too wide.
Well.
All right. The bench saw, of course, will have to be disassembled. Now, back in here are a bunch of tools. These are all wrenches, sockets. This box I've had since we lived in Paola. The others I picked up, well, these I've had since then. And they're all here. Then down below is a mortising tool which one of my neighbors gave me after I'd done something for him. He picked it up at a garage sale. It's a heavy and real good tool. Let me see if I can get it so you can see it. Yeah. Oh, nuts. Can you see enough of it, Dave? No, you can't.
Yeah, I
No.
can. Yeah. All right.
Oh. I don't know why this is so hard to get apart. All right.
Pretty fancy.
Now, on the bottom of it, you'll see a 3/4 inch piece of steel.
Yeah.
That slides through the slot
Mm-hmm.
on your bench saw. And then this is adjustable here with this crank. That's where you put your workpiece in, right here. See, this lets you take your workpiece out, put it in.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and then on this side you have a screw here and one here and one here, and you can adjust how far you are from the blade that you have in the saw.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, this is a Delta, and it's a darn good tool. Current price is around $100. I've not used it enough to justify the price, but I have used it a few times.
Mm-hmm.
All right? Just put this on to cover it up and keep it from rusting.
Yeah.
All right. Heading back over here, obviously these are sanding belts. These are discs for the random orbit disc sander,
Mm-hmm.
and so are these. And what do we have? There are more sanding supplies up above, and never begin to use them all. And well, this little sander I put in the drill press, and it doesn't work too well, but that's what it's for. Paraffin and so forth. All right. Now I'm going to move this if I can. I can't.
Well, hold on a minute, Dad.
What? Cutter for the bench saw, and in this are dado blades.
Okay.
Huh?
Okay.
Dado blades. What the devil is this? I don't know. Fasteners that I rarely have used. All right. Magazines in here. Down below, I think they're catalogs. In here, it's labeled stuff that I've gotten from the Mayo Clinic. Oh gosh. Workbench magazines. Over there's Wood magazine, and this is another craft magazine.
About this cabinet.
This box has electrical supplies in it, just odds and ends. And I think there's probably 20 feet of cable up in there. This cabinet, I don't know, I've had it since we lived in Paola. As you can see, there's some tape in it. It's just odds and ends.
Wasn't that a record player cabinet at one time?
Yeah. It
And then the
was.
top lift up?
Yes. And they're just odd pieces of plumbing and electrical supplies and a couple of wheels and a handle and I don't know what all in it. Nothing of any note. This is a box that had, I don't know what, nails and screws and so forth in it. It's a cigar box originally. Comes off now. And there's some another piece of rubber and there are cement working tools in there. There's an edger and there's another little hand tool and a Ford wrench and some big, I don't know what they're,
My gosh.
and there's a couple of chisels and stuff in there. There's nothing in there that amounts to anything. All right.
Now, didn't you tell me that your clock over there is the one you had in Paola
Yes,
in your office?
it originally was a Seth Thomas electrical clock, and it gave up the ghost, and I put in a battery operated clock, and it works great. Old plane under it, Mary gave me. She picked them up somewhere, and I think you gave me these screwdrivers that set.
Yeah. What about these mallets down?